Oh yeah, well the reason I put the flag back
Yeah, I know.
is so that it doesn't drift forward into the camera.
Yeah.
So.
And it's straight up.
That's funny.
It compensates for all
Straight up wasn't really a concern of mine, but
yeah.
you know. Hey everybody, welcome back to Occupy San Francisco. Occupy One Liberty here with Pirate Mike. We're gonna take this grub we just picked up at Safeway here on I keep forgetting to talk to the microphone. It's a new addition to the typical stuff that I'm carrying around. Speakers, phone, mic, whatever. Anyway,
slide it through like that.
yeah, I could just slide it through, but it was in the way. Besides that, I can't go like this. Anyway, we just picked up some food. Pirate Mike and I just picked up some food over there at the Safeway on his food stamps. We're going to take it back to some of the campers, some of the protesters at the 101 market site that are their frontline platoon for the Occupy movement here in San Francisco.
These things are like little foxholes on the front line.
Foxholes on the front line.
Battle and the struggle for human survival. Which isn't much of a struggle because the people support us. And they're getting madder and madder at their systems that they spent their whole lives believing in. It's interesting.
As well they should be.
Conversations about it all the time. You know, the Occupy forums are really neat on Mondays.
Yes. We were going to try to get to the forum. I was going to try to get to the forum last night for the Monday night forum, but I just couldn't. There was just too much that had been done over the weekend and couldn't make it. Needed to recharge.
Yeah. It's been a pretty heavy week for everyone. Did you cut your hair or did you just have it up? Oh, right on. Looks good too. I was down in Orange County for a while. Got back. I've just been busy out here since. Hi, Deborah. We got to go on a mission. No smoke. Sorry. Hey, guys.
Pretty good. Just trying to get it done. We'll see you later. Some of our friends from the Occupy movement back in the day, back in the heyday.
Yeah. People have been staying there at Bradley Manning during the day and then passing out at night. Almost like the closer you get to the plaza, the more hammered you get. A trip I often make myself.
The more hammered you get, like as in...
You just, you end up occupying by virtue of passing out. Occupy my blackout.
Turn this down just a little bit. Seems to be running a slight delay. What do we have for chit chat? Anybody chatting in the chat? No, it's funny.
Our other cities being here.
Let's see, we've got... Oh, that's some old chat.
Someone confirm whether or not, can anyone confirm whether or not that New York has a standing site? Or encampment? Or are they just...
There is no standing site that I know of, Mike.
That has stood as long...
There's no site that has stood as long as our site here in San Francisco. This is the longest standing running Occupy in the movement. Unless somebody else can prove me wrong, because I've been here the whole time. And Occupy San Francisco, when everybody else was crushed, it was the last one to get crushed. And you know what? Even when it was crushed, they didn't leave. They stayed there. You know, there was a slight dispersal here and there for a few days. People were, where's he going? Nowhere until after I crossed first. They spread out, but for the most part,
Where are you going now?
Absolutely since February 28th, when the call to stop the suppression of the Occupy movement was put out by the communist work group in...
But it's a zero.
Was it the communist work group in the...
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was put out by the communists.
Oh, they weren't communists?
It was put out by me.
Oh, it was put out by you?
No.
Another leader of the Occupy movement here in San Francisco. Pirate Mike and I
Strike
decided...
that from the record.
Pirate Mike and I decided that we were going to become leaders when we got here, and since there was no leadership, we took that leadership.
And then they took it back.
Yeah, they didn't take anything back from me. I'm still a leader. That's all that.
So, no, what I am saying is that the national call to reoccupy was put out by committees composed of people who were communists, anarchists, environmentalists, pirates.
Regardless, it was on February 28th.
But the communists were the most effective at getting the call out through their newspapers and their little commie media. They were able to put the message out more effectively and give it some sort of credible standing. Because, we owe Mayday and stuff to the socialists and the communists and all the extreme labor movements of the 19th century and actually all throughout time. I love it. I love it.
But anyway, back to my point. Occupy San Francisco never really left. But since February 28th, when that call to stop the suppression of the Occupy movement went out, I remember you yourself rejoined the rest of the troops, right?
Well, I didn't
right over there. Rejoined. You didn't really rejoin them?
I exhorted the comrades into unity on an idea.
Okay. But I remember seeing you there.
Yeah, it's because I was there.
So you joined them. You rejoined them. You joined your comrades in whatever. Never mind. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
So, this is how that plays out.
Well, back here at the Wells Fargo protest site.
Now I know.
We're hanging out across the street from the 101 protest site. Right over there at the end of the chain link fence.
You guys need to get your donate jar.
Oh, look at all these fixins Pirate Mike brought back too. Mama, you making sandwiches?
This is a nice pack.
Plates and knives? Oh.
Well, we got shit like this in Montgomery.
Well, Mike's got a knife. Okay. So, for those of you watching, if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, feedback, and whatnot, you can get a hold of me in several different fashions. You can go to the website. There's the forum there. There's my email address, occupy1liberty@gmail. And there's the Twitter contact info @occupy1liberty. Of course, there's the call-in line where you can call me right now at 510-969-0917. Or you could leave a message on my other line, 702-706-7008. That's the Vegas number. The 510 number is the local San Francisco number. Leave a message after the beep. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Right? Back in town because he lost his job. Now he can get back to his real work.
Back to real work. I love this. I can adjust the camera view and everything from here. The microphone, this is really handy. I just put the microphone right here. I think maybe it's time to listen to some music. Request line is now open, so if you have a request, send it in at Occupy One Liberty. In the meantime, I'm going to listen to what I want to listen to. Let's see, we're going to go with 311. Come original. 311. I could have swore that went louder. Maybe it's just because we're standing on Market Street. Hella loud out here.
Kick ass, dude.
Maybe it's because it's pointing down.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Precisely why.
I feel like a fucking cyborg or something here.
You are.
Look at that. Sandwiches. Who's arming the world? Just 6 countries export 74% of the world's weapons. Looks like USA is leading with the big blood spot.
We have the biggest blood spot right here in the United States of America.
Thanks. Thank you, Anana Mama.
This shows the viewers how to survive.
Yeah.
We used to practice that on each other. Just in case.
Waterboarding. That is not something you want to try at home.
It is something you want to try at home.
Yeah. Oh.
You just train for it.
Yeah, next time your son or daughter comes home late at night, and you told them to get their ass home by 10 or midnight, and they show up at 1 or 2, and they're drunk, try doing that and see if the fucking social services doesn't take you and your wife to prison for fucking torture and child abuse. But it's okay to do to somebody you suspect of terrorism. Or a prisoner of war. Waterboarding.
By doing that in very small amounts and building up to the giant gluggy club, you know.
What's the giant gluggy glug?
A big old jug of water. It's like or a garden hose. I remember this song.
Yeah? Do you know? Thanks, Mike, for a sandwich. Thanks to the Mama for slapping them together. Yeah.
I've decided I'm now a G-mill. I'm a G-mill.
What's that?
Are you saying you like gills?
Grandmama. So you're contracting the word grandmother, that venerable institution of sex. Without grandma, none of you bitches
I'm
would
gonna have
be
another
here.
piece of juice because it's hella good. Actually, I might have another sandwich because I'm freaking hungry.
I haven't even had one.
I know. Eat one, eat one. Nobody else is here. Look at all these brainless drones, servants and slaves just running up and down the street. Not a fucking clue as to what's going on. Yeah, I'm harsh. I think I'm not.
Diamond in the rough. So yeah, speaking of drawing,
Huh?
Tom's gonna come back. He's gonna go to his house and write. You know, good editor.
Yeah?
But I feel like drawing, not writing. You know? I'm starting to feel depressed.
Have you been hanging out at the Montgomery site? Is that where I find you if I need to?
Uh-huh.
Did they tell you I
also
stopped
have a
by?
phone number too.
Mine or yours?
I have a new phone number.
Oh. Not now, I'm live. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Sometimes people start telling me stuff and I'm like, man, I'm live.
Security culture easily breached by alcohol, which I haven't had today.
Oh.
I've been actually cutting myself back. But I did in fact smoke some tremendous pot today.
Oh, that would be nice.
Well, do that.
And this location is located right behind you.
Huh? Oh yeah, this is a beautiful.
Yeah, I'm trying to consolidate it.
Yeah. I think it's
You
happening.
want them both? No?
Good. Mike, you need to eat it. Come on now. So who was watching the dumbass jump out of the balloon the other day for the world record skydive? Man, I was hoping that guy hit the fucking ground like a rock. Damn! But no, he had to regain control and fucking fly it on in. You want to talk about a waste of money? That was a waste of money. You're wondering what I'm doing. Mike Zint is taking a photograph across the street, so I thought I'd pose for him. No, it's Mike Zint. Anyway, back to the Red Bull thing. I had a friend on Facebook got all pissed off at me because I said, I hope the guy dies. And he's like, this is no mere stunt. Hey man, it's got Red Bull on it, it's a fucking stunt. Nothing like growing up to be a billboard for a fucking corporation. Fuck Red Bull. This shit sucks. It's so fucking unhealthy. And since I'm on this subject, I don't know if any of you know the guy Shane McConkey. He didn't accidentally die. He committed suicide. Yeah, that's right. He committed suicide. He didn't accidentally die. Huh?
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Nobody accidental death.
Well,
Since
you can
death
try to
is-
make it look like an accident, but when you jump off a cliff and you have a parachute, you can pull
Oh,
the ripcord.
that's your buddy Sean.
It's Shane McConkey.
Shane.
The guy's an idiot, you know. He lived to be almost 40, and he said he wanted to die just before he turned 40, and he was going to do it off of some horrifically large cliff that he could not land on skis. And so he decided that he was going to jump off the cliff because he's a big Red Bull superstar flying squirrel suit, man. And he falls and he falls and he falls because he can't get his ski off. Bullshit. And just as he pulls the ski off, bam, he hits the ground a second later. You know what? As far as I'm concerned, people like him, you know, he said, I'm going to make myself a big name. I'm going to become a super rock star. I'm going to be like a fucking super ski hero, and then I'm going to kill myself before I turn 40, because nobody should live past 40. We should all die by then. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Shane must fucking fly around the fucking world and do whatever the fuck you want because you've got sponsors or money or whatever. Yeah, but what about these people here on the streets? Maybe they don't want to die at 40. Maybe they didn't get to go to Paris and Japan and do all these things. You know what? As far as I'm concerned, since he did kill himself, good riddance. Adios, motherfucker. And if you're watching,
Shane's relatives.
if you're watching now, just so you know, this is an uncensored station, and it is well beyond PG. This is like XXX, and you'll never know when the swearing or the nudity will show up, but it's bound to happen. So, sit back and enjoy the show. Phil! How do you like the setup?
Great, isn't it? So, about the cigarette situation.
The cigarette situation.
Yeah,
I quit, Mike.
Oh, that's right, you did.
So, since I quit smoking, I need more pot. And if anybody wants to donate, come on down here to Occupy San Francisco and drop off
there
a
you go.
sack.
Check that little steampunk machine out.
What? Oh. Yeah, what is that?
Autodesk.
I wonder if the viewers can see it. Check out this little car over here, just past the bus. Pirate Mike wants to know what it is. It says Autodesk on it. Huh. It sounds like it's got a lawnmower engine in it. See that? Huh.
Custom.
Yeah, that's definitely custom.
Does custom stuff. Probably hammer hacked from motorcycles.
Yeah?
Sounds like a motorcycle.
I was going to say, it sounds like a
little-
lawnmower engine.
Yeah, it looked like little Yamaha engines on the side.
You know, I think we should hear some
Kind of easy to do.
music. What do you want to listen to, Mike?
You're doing great.
You like this? 311's okay, but... Oh, wait.
I used to
No.
slag on them because I didn't know how cool they were.
Yeah. But we could play something a
Do
little
you have
more-
Alice in Chains in there?
Yeah, I could do some Alice in Chains. But you know, something I always liked to play when I got to work was some Nitro. Yeah. From Offspring. Yeah. Rock and fucking roll. First thing I'd listen to when I'd get to work, when I had a job. Oh, yes. Uh-huh. Whoa, check that out. Can we smoke some of that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, some real rock.
Like, I might as well go back to Montgomery Coast now. Are you sticking out
Did you come
here?
down with anything?
Huh?
Did you just walk down here like this?
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
I was drawing.
I'm gonna go with Mike up there. So we're gonna go check out the Montgomery site. All right. So you need this? All right.
You really wonder why I miss San Francisco and all its beautiful native women.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've been, really, really happy in my new situation. So
it shows. It shows, my friend.
can't complain too much.
Well,
I mean, if I had a job where I could actually support myself and pay for things, I'd really be happy. But you know, a man just isn't a man without a good woman. You know.
I don't know about that. It's kind of sexy.
Well, kind of sexist. Well, I'm sorry. Did I say without a woman or without a good woman? Didn't I say a good woman? No, because it's not just any woman that'll do. You have to have a good woman.
Sometimes. Yeah. That's right. Listen to love.
Sex and drugs and rock and roll.
All my brain and body need.
So I'm going to be running a raffle. You can buy in on the raffle, $5 per purchase, and then the name goes into the hat. And in that hat, at the set time of raffle drawing, one lucky winner will get $1 million.
Oh yeah? James,
Yeah, you fucking wish, don't you?
James, you're gonna give away $1 million?
Yeah, I'm gonna give away $1 million.
What about $1 million idea?
As a matter of fact, it's gonna be $1 million counterfeit dollars.
Right on. I'm trying to find.
Oh, you know what? I got it.
Actually trying to find about $6.
You know, I'll say it once again. When I first got here, I didn't think I was gonna find any leaders because I was told it was a leaderless movement. Lo and behold, I ran into this guy here, and he keeps swearing to me he's not a leader, but I kept seeing people following him.
Yeah.
So
That's 'cause they're stalkers. They're not followers. They're stalkers.
yeah. What, man? I pulled one out. I was just waiting for the wind to die down.
Oh.
Anyway, here, let's one of these.
I highly recommend the film The Campaign. Starring the great thespian Will Ferrell
Here.
and Zach Galifianakis.
Say that again. The
I
Campaign.
recommend the film The Campaign. Very funny, heartwarming, relevant, hokey popcorn date movie starring the great thespian Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis. His character's kind of like this. He represents the wishy-washy left as they get pushed around by the right. And both of them are being courted by the corporate media wealth empire. It's fucking awesome. I think that Will Ferrell based his character on Edge. And I think the other guy based his character on, like, I don't know, Carter.
That's funny.
But it's called The Campaign. It's interesting that this film would come out at this time of year. You know, they make these movies out so quick these days.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I've noticed that most of the movies we watch are ones we've seen before. They're just redone again with the newest, hottest superstar, you know. Or maybe even with an older superstar like George Clooney.
Yeah,
you know, I mean,
he's awesome.
He's awesome, but I'm tired of seeing Batman.
Yeah.
You know what would be really good would be to see George Clooney play Batman again.
Christian Bale's Batman is the way. I mean, total.
Hold this. Oh, you tapping it out? What's going on?
Just a little bit, yeah. You know, I would hate for everybody to know that Batman kills himself.
Which movie?
I don't know, that one Batman.
The new one.
Not necessarily. I could just say
I liked the original Batman movie.
fuck yeah.
You know, I mean, it had some quality actors in it, but I'm getting tired of watching movies really that have nothing. There's no content to them. There's no real substance. I mean, Gone with Moby Dick and Shakespeare. You know, real. I mean, shit. Even All in the Family back in the day and sitcoms. You know what I mean?
The Family remake that one.
The Jeffersons. I mean, TV has gone to shit.
Movies have gone to shit.
Yeah.
As far as reality shows,
Everything's
you want reality? Welcome to reality, motherfuckers. This will show you the front lines of reality. You want to see a bunch of rich people
just a
hang out in the
reality
house
for-
and talk about each other and who's fucking who? Watch regular TV.
Yeah, but to get real reality, man, you need to hear about all the occupiers that are fucking each other and while their moms are on vacation, behaving like utter nitwit teenage brats, calling each other druggies and stealing each other's backpacks. It's great. I love it. Meanwhile, there's embezzlement schemes going on, family death, family sorrow, separation, reunions.
You know,
Black
I mean,
ninja clans.
quite frankly, I think that-
organizing against the establishment.
Go
Black
ahead.
clad
Me?
ninja clans.
You
That's
here?
all you learn.
You talk to the mic. Can you hear it?
Yeah, it seems to have a delay.
It's slight delay, but it comes through pretty clear. I mean, as far as
Nice
the microphone is really handy attachment. It just
Yeah,
runs.
that's beautiful.
That runs down and attaches to the device right here.
Yeah, it also slips nicely through
I feel like
a
Bob
crack
Barker.
in the door at the bottom of the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
It fits easily into bathroom stalls.
See here.
Love it. That's great.
Well, and the camera is almost small enough to slide through a
Yeah.
keyhole, but not quite. It's just a little too big. It's about that big.
Too bad there wasn't some kind of fiber optic cone you could attach to it. Be like a reverse microscope. Yeah, the living revolution. Living the revolution. It is so exhilarating and tiring. I don't even truly get frustrated. I get more mad about being upset about something dumb, like talking to someone. Makes me madder than actually talking to the person.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't like the fact that I feel bothered constantly. But that's because it's just, I think I'm just so fucking immersed in my life and other people's lives that it's just not even worth bitching about, really. I do know that I want Jordan back in my life. You know?
Your daughter?
Yeah, and we're trying to figure that out.
Have you talked to her?
I have. It went great. We had to turn the waterworks on a little bit. Hadn't talked to her in a while. And I had seen the edifying posts she left for me on YouTube, which, you guys, this is an angry kid.
Your daughter.
Yeah,
She left you
she let me
a
have
message
it.
on YouTube?
She let me have it, hardcore. And then I talked to her after that, and she was like mellowed out because I told her what was going on.
Huh. Look at that view, dude.
Beautiful.
That's pretty cool. Here, yeah, jump on down here. Kind of hard to...
God, is that really all this YouTube is?
I don't know. I think it's on the bottom. So let's head on up to the Montgomery site. We're on our way up to the Occupy San Francisco Montgomery site for the viewers that I just noticed joined us.
Great, welcome to San Francisco, guys.
I'm here with Pirate Mike from way back in the day. Mike, now here, I want you to clarify something with me real quick. When Occupy San Francisco started, that was on
September 17th, 2011.
September 17th, 2011.
But the
Hold on,
friendships
hold
that
on.
would...
Hold this. You get to make
The
sure that,
friendships and the bonds that we'd established prior is what really gave it, I think, its initial staying power. Because we did pick up a new member of our camp. At that time, our little roving band of rogues, like me and Xander, Scud, Grave, Tum Tum, even Bellstar came by on the first night. Rob was the only other guy that was like, oh, are you guys camping out too? And we said, well, it ain't on occupation if we're not occupying the fucking physical space and the shit that we're pissed off about. That's what colonizers do. That's what occupation is about. It's about going where you're not wanted and staying longer than you're necessary. So that's cool.
Right.
And Rob felt that way and was like, cool, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. And we ended up living together for over a year. So, Rob's in Florida doing some stuff. I've been down in Southern California doing some stuff. I've been back. I got back the night before our anniversary. And it's been busy and exciting and better than any TV show. I'm serious. You know how it's been. Your life has been a little bit of a whirlwind for probably the past month, I would imagine.
Yeah.
The Commons is in great shape. We're sprouting up more pods. And we see how easy it is. It just takes 3 people and a table with some stuff on it. Mike's into great direct action with printing up the no sit, no lie instructions. I've been making headway with my Occupy veterans. The crew that we have down here at this site is really awesome. It's Gypsy, Moondog, Dustin, myself, and Rob. They have regular magic tournaments, which I'm sure we'll interrupt.
Okay.
But, you know, we've got a donation table there. We've got people's library. We've got some of my artwork, you know, offered as gifts. You know, most people don't carry stuff that I need around with them, but they have money. Most people carry money or some form of it. So I can always barter my goods for their money, which is, I think, how originally it worked. They call it guerrilla capitalism, and there's nothing wrong with it. It just needs to be properly employed so that nobody's hurt by it. It's non-exploitative, it's self-reproducing, and it only works by the amount of initiative and effort you put into it. So you can't just sit on your ass and make a crap ton of money. It's not right. You have to exert some amount of will and energy. And then the people who want what you have will put their own little value on it, you know? And then they'll be like, well, for your stuff, I offer you this part of my stuff. That way you both get the stuff you need. But mostly, it's money. Because what I need is a motorcycle, and you can't like carry one around or drive 2 at the same time.
Man, that smells good. Everywhere you go in San Francisco, pretty much everywhere you go in California, you can smell marijuana.
Oh, I was going to say Poontang.
You know, if you want to make a donation, Pirate Mike needs a motorcycle.
Yeah, and
So,
tattoo gear so we can get a motorcycle.
The tattoo gear, Mike is a experienced tattoo artist, a master. His tattoo gear was stolen by the SFPD. That was on November 20th,
That was
2011.
actually, I lost my stuff on October 5th.
Oh, on October 5th.
Yeah.
So it was before the...
Yeah, it was.
That was the first raid.
It was our first raid. They got me for all the gear.
Come on, let's go. There's no
And
problem.
each time I rebuilt up, you know, whatever it was I was trying to do, fucking successive raids. Therefore, I had to reduce my exposure on the front. You know, I can't go run around having that shit happen. So we saw what happened last time, and it's been going on forever since May.
You know,
There's a DT.
real quick, maybe we could touch on the topic of the like homelessness and how it's been criminalized. You know, I mean, what is that
We're
isn't
thinking-
something that's new. That's an old
that's as old as
tactic.
time.
That's I mean,
It's as old as time. The problem was,
how is it there's so many people who are so ignorant though?
here's
And
what
so
happened.
hateful,
Here's what I think happened.
Okay.
In the past, people who were bums were basically alcoholics and village idiots. But there weren't that many of them. Because most of the really fucked up people were being taken care of by their families or the state, the system, mental health systems, hospitals, rehabilitation centers, things like that. In the 80s, when Reagan was in office and they wanted to save money on the fucking bombs and the Iran bullshit, they cut a lot of funding for those types of services. Therefore, the content of your homeless population changed from lovable old Goober and Mayberry to 1,500 violently psychotic, mentally ill crack women. Okay, so we had a whole new type of homeless situation. It wasn't just an occasional town beggar. It became towns full of beggars because the system that they were living under had crashed. They also have a hard time being alienated and reintegrating into society because it's not their system. It was the outside world to them at one point. And now they are on the outside world and they're like, what the fuck? They're psychotic, they're doing drugs, any number of things. So
Trying to escape the reality.
Homelessness was like out of work workers and laborers, you know, shit, I lost my job, I'm on the streets, it sucks. Now we have people on the streets who never had jobs. They've been institutionalized their whole lives, or they've been laying around or doing whatever, but they can't relate classically with people who've never had a better life than the life they're living, right? They have a really hard time adjusting to reality because you have to be content with the life you're living without any type of standards. You know, you'll make yourself miserable. You know, and if you're miserable, then you're not really healthy. So, right? The thing is, your general state of being, state of mind, by society. That was cute.
What was cute?
The wind blew her shoe off, and she kind of had to like, yeah. All right, wind.
Yeah, it's kind of windy here today.
We got our requisitions and bases.
This is the Montgomery site, Occupy San Francisco, on the corner of Montgomery and Market Street. Hey, Moondog, how you doing? You can see the guys hard at work here. Wrapping up, what do you guys got there? Scoreboard? Is that a scoreboard? D&D? Dungeons and Dragons? Okay.
Are you guys making that so that you move the characters and shit?
I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, so that we know where everybody
If you have any
right.
questions, you want to call in, right now is a great time. 510-969-0917. Call in now and speak to Moondog or Gypsy.
Call me now for your free read.
Call you now for free weed?
Reading.
Oh, I thought he said free weed. Damn.
Yeah.
Call him now for a free
It's
reading. He'll give you a reading. Damn it, man. I was hoping for some free weed. Now, I'm not sure if the phone will actually ring while I'm viewing something, so it'd sure be nice if somebody could please try and let me know. How about, what's that?
Well, read.
How about one of those moderators I have out there? And if you're not a moderator, how'd you like to become a moderator?
Yeah, moderators.
I love having my own TV show.
That's great, right? I like getting back while there's sunlight.
A slight delay, but that's all right.
I can put this here to kind of deaden that glare. Now get back to my drawing.
I could actually pull out my solar cell here. Jesus, man.
know? I pulled out the solar cell. Have power all day long.
That's true, huh? Okay,
So, for all you viewers out there, what else would you like to see today? Please send me some suggestions at Occupy One Liberty. Or you could email it to me if you have something a little more than a quick suggestion. You know, Twitter kind of sucks for that.
you could be a granny mom.
Well, Mike, looks like you guys got a pretty homey up here. They got a stereo system here and everything.
Yeah, the media center where we can play propaganda videos and whatnot.
Propaganda videos.
Yeah.
Just came up and took a whole table from Hay Street.
What?
They didn't take any people, they just took all the stuff.
From what street?
Hay Street.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Girl was up there with the horseshoe with the table and literature and stuff, and they just took it all. Right.
So, quick update. The cops just
So,
took
Lindsay's
the Occupy San Francisco information table up on Haight Street. So go ahead and tweet that out. Send that out as a quick update. You know, Occupy San Francisco has frontline group out on Haight Street. Other groups, the homeless groups, kids. When I say kids, they're younger than me, so I'm 40. They're probably in their teens and late teens and early 20s. Basically, Occupy San Francisco has basically got an outreach to. I wish I could be everywhere all the time, brother. I'll tell you. They've done an outreach. They've communicated with 8th Street kids what they're known locally as, and they're teaching them. Occupy San Francisco members here are teaching the 8th Street kids how they can beat the police. They can sit by. And when I say beat the police is their game. They don't have any right to arrest people for protesting. It's legal for somebody to protest. You just have to have the proper signage. You have to know how to communicate with these cops who play stupid. They know better, but they think because they have a badge they can do whatever the fuck they want. So that was just what within the last hour.
Something like that.
Okay.
We've always known they were choosing on computers.
I see. And like I said, unfortunately, are you going up there now? You'll come back with an update,
Just to let you guys know,
I'll come back with something.
right? Look at all these masks here.
Thanks for the update.
Yeah, that was Stacy, also known as Juggler. He's been at the 101 camp since I can remember. He's a longtime local here in San Francisco and spent just about every day that I know of down in Bradley Manning Plaza. And he's been at the 101, part of the Federal Reserve recently. He was an organizer, one of the organizers helped put together the retreat. And it's actually, from my understanding, he's the primary organizer for that. He knows quite a bit of, yeah. Him and Zint, but he knew of the place. Apparently the retreat was a location that had been used before and had quite a few occupations throughout the years. And during some of those occupations there were actually hundreds of people there.
That's what I was expecting when I was I went up there and it had already fallen.
They'd already taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I camped out up at the retreat a few times.
Yeah?
And it was nice. It was a good place to go. You know, for me at the time I was working, it was a good place for city camping. Now it would be a great place for me to go and rest and recoup from the front lines, which is what the troops were using it for.
Right.
You know, the war on the homeless is really brutal because they don't have anything as it is, and then they have to fight back. And not that they want to fight back, they just want to be left alone in peace. And, you know, some of them don't even give a shit if society even takes care of them. They just want to be left alone, have enough food and stuff to get by. But and I know a lot of people that would prefer to have a job, to be able to afford, to be able to pay for the things that they need. And I would be one of them. I would be glad to have a job. You know, $9 an hour doesn't cut it. And it was great to be a dishwasher, but if you're gonna, oh look, hey, it looks like the phone line works. So if you want to call in, the phone line does work. It's on A Street. South Hayward? No. It's not South Hayward. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what direction you're headed, but you want to be going north if you're in South Hayward. Okay, if you're it's on not on A Street, it's on B Street. It's on B Street. You gotta go down Mission, get to A Street, go down A Street, cut over on
Something about that punch there,
you'll
pal.
find it when you get close. I'm not sure on the directions on it.
Awesome.
Yeah, sure. You'll want to go, yes, west on A Street. If you're on Mission. All right, you're welcome. All right, bye. That was me giving directions to one of the local BART stations here in the San Francisco area. Believe it or not, I know where most of the BART stations are, even though I'm from Colorado. I've spent a year and just a little more than a year here in San Francisco, and BART stations are really handy. What else? What else should we do here? Let's see here. Take a look up. I got a flag. It's on the top of my stick where my camera's mounted. This is what it looks like here in the city. At least that's what it looks like if you're looking straight up. And if you're looking straight down, you got to see me again. So, just one brave soul, one more brave soul. Give us a call. 510-969-0917. Yes, that's right, 0917. No, my phone number to call in on the call-in line. That's the one. Phone line's open now. You can call in and talk to Pirate Mike or Moondog. Yes, Gypsy, some questions here. You can even call in and talk to me if you want. had to pull over for a minute to check the screen and see if everything's still running right. So far so good. Everything on the Cerevo live shell provided by quantum-wireless.com seems to be working just fine. It's the only device I was sponsored is a $200 device, and basically the contract's over more or less for what I was supposed to do for them. It was more or less promote them, they promote me, and it's a pretty cool device. It'll connect any kind of camera to Ustream or Livestream, Bamboozer, any other various types of live streaming agents, software you want to use. I got it in Japan, or Quantum Wireless got it in Japan for me through Cerevo. It's called the Live Shell. You can look it up online. All the information's there. You can pick one up through quantum-wireless.com. $300. Not a bad price for somebody that can afford $300 for a device. Basically, the system that I put together, if you count the Cerevo live shell with the camera that I'm shooting it from, plus the phone, plus the wireless service. Well, skip the wireless service. That's $100 a month. But the camera was $500, and the Cerevo live shell is $300. Add in a microphone, some cables, you know, a few bucks here and there. So you're looking around $1,000. Of course, I've got my own backpack. That's a $200 backpack. Add in some stereo system and a solar panel. Solar panel, $80. Rechargeable batteries, anywhere from 20 to 60, $80. Your average 5,000 milliamp hour. You know, you can go well over $1,000, but not by much if you put it together the way I do. If you buy a Ustream backpack, you're looking at $2,500 for the backpack, and then I'm not sure if that was a purchase price or a monthly. I was told that was a monthly price. So you're looking at $2,500 a month for a Ustream backpack? I don't think so. And even if you're buying it $2,500 a month, then of course you've got let's see, your camera and your audio equipment. So, you know, for a $10 microphone and $30 set of speakers, $80, and I mean, I'm at $1,200 more or less for all of this. Of course, it took me a year to gather up the funding to do it in 6 months of work. But it's considerably cheaper than the Ustream backpack. Oh, I forgot the wooden stick that my camera's mounted to. That was $7. And a roll of duct tape, $3.99. Of course, I still have the roll of duct tape. So that's a valuable investment. Always keep at least half roll of duct tape with you. Cigarette. And it's gonna be IBW. James, CIA James. OccupySFTV.
Cool.
Or say hi.
How's it going?
You pulled Mike away from the work.
It's okay. This is
That's good. Yeah. It is a good part. Yeah, I know it's kind of bored today, not doing much.
Conditions, love
come back and do it again.
And do what I say joined up with. Like, you know, and try to drum up all the moments.
Solar cells usually.
I do have guys coming here every day for lunch.
Sometimes I'll use a wall socket if it's available.
And, you know, I've got one organized.
And I'm trying to go green as much as possible. What's that?
That was a pretty cool event on Saturday.
Oh yeah. Nice. That's pretty neat. Yeah? Solar cells over here. You think you put these on the top of the other. Nice. What's up?
Me and Lilith should be getting one too.
Hey.
Hey, look at that
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a lag, but it gives me
20
time
seconds.
to be able to know the left,
You guys are going to complain about 10 to 20 seconds.
Oh, we're not even 20 seconds. It's like 5 to 10. 5 to 10. So, what's happening now, what you guys are seeing is about,
I just can't help but make it down.
yeah. What's up?
For the liberation of humanity. It's too intense, you know.
Let's grab a cigarette for this. Nobody knows where they are.
My buddy Nick This is Ethan. Nick's Harmon, fire specialist. The other guy just he plays all
Yeah, I was out of Fort Sill on the PS3 basically. I did fucking basic action. That's the only thing you use when you put
what a drag. That's like what happens to tank mechanics at Fort Knox. You're like, oh, he gets stuff. This big a piece. The brainless
Then I was FTC, so my green status is so I got caught 2 times smoking cigarettes.
Rotate to this
The
angle.
second time was when
The
I
other
was
one
at a
is
strip club out there.
down the rotate. So
Sidewinders.
it's like
Turn this on.
sitting there
It's
with
on.
his back to the tree.
I got
Yeah,
so,
I got the same thing. I just saw how you had it set up.
Oh,
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
You got your viewfinder on there.
Yeah, no, I just got back.
I'm not messing around. Thank you.
I love that.
Another fan of the CLA James Proto Pack UCam. I like it. It's just handy. This is really great. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. If there's any problems, please feel free to tweet me at Occupy One Liberty.
It's really cool.
San Francisco, I can break out the fishnets. I can break out
I
the
hope there's
fishnets.
some crusty old bastards out there, dude. That'd be awesome.
I can break out the fishnets.
So the meeting you're going to right now is what again?
It's an Iraq Veterans Youth Award.
Having a baby. Having a baby in December, that's my baby girl. Hi, how you doing? due dates. I wonder if she'll have the baby before the trial's over.
I think she
Or
should have the
during the
baby in the
trial.
courtroom. Have the baby in the courtroom.
Oh, I saw you guys in court the other day. That's right. The judge made you
Protest
sign some special agreement.
That's, yeah, really.
I'll be like, I'm gonna have my
Oh,
baby
I
right
didn't
here.
sign it, so I guess I'll have to sign it on the
Yeah, you were at Michael Thurman's. Yeah, you guys were all around there. That's right. Yeah, I did see you.
Yeah, Michael Thurman.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Nice.
see him in a couple.
Okay, say hi to him for me, okay? He's a nice young man.
And the Catholic Church is filing charges for trespassing.
Excuse me.
Long way from home.
I mean, you got 2 veterans and 2 pregnant women on trial. I mean, it was always misdemeanors. We've been on trial this whole time for misdemeanor trespassing.
What a waste of fun.
I already did 9 days in jail over it.
Time served.
Yeah, right. That's what I said.
Actually, no, that it should be more like kidnapping.
Yeah, right. I want reparations.
Oh, okay. Beautiful day.
See you again, okay?
All righty then, Pete. Sorry.
Just slow it down for a minute.
Taking pictures of Occupy San Francisco. There's a sign right over here. There's veterans meet here 11 a.m. every day. Or well, actually, it doesn't say 11 a.m. It says 11. June, that was in the morning. 11 noon. In the morning. Hey Mike, I think I'm gonna head back down to the other campsite, or the other protest site.
Okay, I'm gonna stay here and draw.
So hard not saying campsite. I wish they really were campsites.
Occupation zone.
Occupation zones,
OZ. Oscar Zulu.
right? Well, cool. Thanks for choosing. Good to see you again, brother.
Come by, say bye if you have a chance.
Yeah, you know, I'll be around more
Grabbing
often.
the campaign setting.
What? Mine?
I want to just make it easy.
Just can you call or you got an email? You got